who's this woman who's actually going to be talking to me for an hour. So I'm a digital solutions and also business community. That is something that I do because I've been mentoring founders for about 18 years. My day job is actually I call myself the brand matchmaker and a creative technologist. What that means is I put brands together and I also use a whole heap of AI tools. So if you can imagine your brand with somebody else's customer and then a marketing strategy that is fueled by chemistry and delivers commercial results. So what I do is I have AI-enabled technologies that allow you to find your ideal partner. So I've also written a book. It's called Swap Marketing Without Money. It's pretty cool. One book a year a couple of years ago. Most of my living is made from keynote speaking and presenting, which I absolutely love to do. And if you need a speaker, I would love to talk to you. I, as a small business owner, I have had a few businesses. My first one I started in my 20s and I was able to grow it to about 10 million in revenue and got it distributed in 5 countries. And so it was really cool. I've also had businesses that didn't do as well. And I had one that failed. So just so you know, it's a box of chocolates. You know, you can be incredibly successful and then you just do something and the market's not ready for it. So we're all in this together. I want to see more of us working together because business is tough. And actually, when we find another brand that has the same customer as us, then we should work together to provide the customer with an irresistible experience and both grow. Today, we are talking about your Google business profile. Okay, so GBP is sometimes, or Google My Business, it used to be called. So sometimes you see GMB. But just in the chat, like, have you got a Google business profile? And I'm going to watch this chat and see how many of you do. So have you set up a Google business profile for your business? Yes, Liana, fantastic. Yes, Bellum, not yet. No, says Erin. Okay, so we've got a mixture. Yes. Also in the chat, Sarah hasn't. Okay. Are you getting leads from your Google business page? I hope some of you are. And if you're not, we're going to change that. No leads from it. Okay. We want leads. Okay. And this is the thing. So I want you to just picture your Google business profile. Oh, you're not sure? Yeah, good thing that actually most people are probably not sure, Michelle. So you are in the same boat as a lot of people. I want you to think of your Google business profile is if your website and your social accounts had a baby, it would be your Google business profile. So on our website, we update that, I don't know, once every couple of years or so. We have a website. We don't change it too much. We might put a blog up or something, but we don't really change it too much. And our social media accounts, we might update that like 5 times a day. And so Google is a mixture. We need to update our Google business profile all the time. Not quite as frequently as social. We need to be updating it about once a week, which is not that much. And you can update it in a few seconds. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to set up a Google business profile account. I'm taking you through a few slides and then I'm going to get off the slides and I'm actually going to just bring up a Google profile and show you like under the lid of like mine so you can see how it works and what it does, okay? We've got the chat. Ask anything you like in the chat. There is no such thing as a silly question, okay? Right. This is my kind of Google business profile, and we're going to go through all the elements of it. But essentially, it is like when you land on Google and you go hairdresser near me, pet shop near me, best espresso martini near me, then it actually brings up a profile. And then when you own that profile, you have the ability to edit your profile, to add updates, to add photos, to look at the analytics and performance. You can advertise, you can add services, you can add booking capability. You can do a heap of things, okay? So what is a Google business profile? So the first thing is it is free. We love that. We love anything that's free. So it's a free listing and it appears on Google. Now, you can still get to it from Bing and other search engines, but it's really very much a Google proprietary property. And what we're looking to do is, because us as consumers, we're really lazy. So we might have been going to the same Thai restaurant for 10 years, but we just go to Google and we type in Thai near me. And then it comes up and we click it. Which is how I behave. So we, as a rule, we don't really type in, the name of the Thai restaurant or the name of the hairdresser. We, as a rule, we just type in a hairdresser near me. And so that's why we need an amazing Google business profile. It is almost like a miniature website in terms of it can house all the great things about you, and it has like SEO capabilities. SEO is search engine optimization. So a search engine is like Google. But when you have a look at search engine optimization, it is around all of your accounts. So it is around social media, YouTube, your website. It could be that you are on a forum. It could be that you're listed in other people's directories. So every single thing about your digital footprint is there. But mostly what we want is our competitors already have a Google business listing, and so you need to start one today. And it allows us to interact with our customers directly. It allows us to get reviews. We love reviews because that is what our customers really think, and allows us to get messages. And so, as I said, we're going to go off script. We're going to go under the lid. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, but I'm just going to step you through like what it is and how it works. And then we'll go and play with Google. Okay. So how to set up your Google business profile. If you just go to google.com/business and you can start your account. As I said, it is completely free. When I say claim or create, that is about your business and your listing and your address. So, for example, as a consultant, I work from home, but I don't want my home address to be listed everywhere around the world. So, but Google needs to verify that I actually am who I say I am, and I'm not a baddie. So when we claim, so we can claim our address, we can claim that on Google Maps, and which allows us to have also a Google business profile. Now, if you have a physical outlet, you definitely want to claim your address. For someone like me, I want to let Google know that is my address, but I don't want that listed. Then we have to verify our ownership. So this is going to be, Google does really weird things and they change all the time, but Google will ask you to go and do something. Something that I've heard a lot of is actually Google want you to go and grab your mobile phone and walk down to where your street sign is on the corner of where you live and actually take a photo of you with the street sign in the back and upload that. Okay. I've also seen that it wants you to take a video of your neighborhood. I've also seen that it wants to take a video of your shopfront. And so what it is, it's layering different forms of identification. So it's saying, yes, here's Therese. I know that she lives in this particular suburb in Sydney. I can see from her website, she has a PO box address, so that's not it, but then her phone numbers match up. So it's layering all the information to make sure that you are not a baddie, you are actually who you say you are. So when you go through, you have to put your physical address. So I had to put my physical house address into Google to get it to verify me. And then once the account is approved, then I can go in and I can change that address so it's not listed. But for verification purposes, I must use that address. So what if I'm renting, I'm moving from, but don't know where at the moment? Yeah, okay. So Sarah, when you so as I said, if it is important that you actually have an address because it's a physical location, then that's going to be important. If you're a consultant, you're moving around, digital nomad, doesn't really matter where you work. Google just needs to verify with something that you are actually living there. So they might ask you to like upload your lease or something else, something that just verifies your address. And again, it's just working out that you're not a baddie. If you set up the profile, then you can change it. Yep, perfect. Okay. And then you've got complete the profile. So these are all the things you have to complete. And I want you to think about this as almost like, I don't know, a job application or something. You need to complete all the fields. The number of people who don't complete the fields, crazy. So you need to go through and enter all the details. Very simple, but a lot of people don't do it. Okay. So as I said, we're going to go behind the lid, but I'm just going to show you what as easy it is to do. So pretty much you're going to claim your Google business profile. And then pretty much what you need to do is you want to stand out, right? And so to stand out, we need, for our Google business profile, we need some pictures and some video. So I want you to think about this as in it's almost like a mini website. Like what would you put on it to actually showcase what you do and how you do it? You're going to highlight some features. So you're going to select attributes or services or products that you have, and you're going to write that in as much detail as possible because we also want to be found by Google. So for example, when I said best espresso martini near me, that means that a bar has actually put in their Google business profile that they have the best espresso martini, or they've got reviews from customers that says I had the best espresso martini. Okay. Thanks, Michelle. I do love an espresso martini. So this is where, again, if you think about SEO, we want to make our Google business profile really dense with great keywords, with the things that we do, how we do it, why we do it, our client names, or if we've got the best chicken schnitzel, all those kinds of things. And then we're going to craft our story. So again, this is like if you had a business page on your website, like why you? Why should I care about you? What do you do? Where do you service? Now on Google, that's going to be really important. So for example, I can work with anybody all around Australia. I don't need to have, as long as I've got an internet connection, I'm good. So, but you might be a store or you might be a plumber and you only do the northern suburbs of Sydney. You need to put that in your description, okay? So if you are servicing a particular geographical area or a particular client, so I only work with real estate agents, or I only work with, I'm a wholesaler to cafes, then you need to write that in your description. Okay, and then we're gonna attract people to us. We want people to know that we exist. So how we do that is we need to update our Google business profile at least once a week, and we do that through offers, news, posting things. So a post is called an update on Google Business. So like if you had a social account and you were doing a post or a reel or want something else like that, a format of content. When we have a Google business profile, we do an update. An update is like a post. We want active engagement. So when customers, if they can post questions, we want to answer them really quickly. If someone posts a review, we want to answer it really quickly. We want strategic keywords that people would search. And we want to look at performance tracking. So what's working and what's not. And how we do this is we want compelling offers. So we want to create urgency with time-limited deals and clear call to action buttons. So again, I'm going to show you. So when we have an update or we post something on Google, we have a button. Yay. And that button is a call to action. And that button gets to do different things and direct our customers to do different things. We can also have event promotion. So we can push people to our location or an event. An event might be like this, a webinar. And we actually want to have our product highlights. So we can highlight our new products with pictures, with videos, with keywords, with all this amazing stuff. So, and if you use your Google posts then for your business profile, then the businesses that do that, so what Google does really, really simply is Google goes, this person hasn't updated their website in about 2 years. They haven't updated their Google business profile ever. I'm not sending people to them. So Google then prioritizes you as a business if you're updating your Google business profile. Okay, really simple, really, really simple. But also think of Google as like Google's all over the world tracking new information, new information. If you don't have any new information, it's like, any new information? No, I'm going to keep going. And so we want to give Google something to grab a hold of and show more people. So Google will help you if you help Google. Reviews. Oh my gosh, the power of a review. All of us are going to be actually doing something with reviews later on. Sorry, I'm just looking at a question. If you're an online-only product-based brand, should you set up a Google business profile? Seen a few people do this, but not sure if it's necessary. Every brand ever needs a Google business profile. So online only, totally fine, and a product-based. So online only product-based brand, I'm going to say not e-commerce, because I feel like if it was e-commerce, you probably would have written that. If you are e-commerce, even more reason to do it. But the short answer is every single brand needs to take out that real estate, because your competitor will take it otherwise. So every brand needs a Google business profile. Okay. Reviews. We all need reviews. We need reviews because Google loves them. We need reviews because that's a piece of content that we can take. We need great reviews because it shows us what our customers love about it. And we need it because it is SEO content, okay? But also, you know yourself as a consumer, right? Like if you look and you're looking for a pub and you see that it's got really great reviews and you see that it's got, 1,300 people rated it 5-star, then it gives you trust, right? So we trust that people are doing reviews and they're saying what they think. Also it says that it's 73% of people read the reviews before making a purchase decision. I totally do that. So I quickly look at like the last 5 reviews and I go, yeah, okay, cool, I'm going there. And it also helps you improve your SEO. So we absolutely want Google reviews. They're super important. We need to, so as I said, how do we get more reviews? So this is really about identifying happy customers. It is about responding thoughtfully. Thank you so much for that review, Michelle. I really love that you love that espresso martini. Making it easy. I'm going to show you how to make it easy. And we ask directly in the right moment, okay? Now, some of you will have a process for this. Some of you might be a hairdresser and you actually are saying, what do you think? Do you love your hair? Great. Can you give us a Google review? If I was sitting in the hairdresser's chair and I was like, you completely butchered my hair, I hate it, I'm crying, I'm so not going to ask you for a Google review, right? Never. So we need to make sure that we are asking the customer in the moment being the operative word. This is pretty much, I'm just showing you like in terms of, it is, no, okay, that slide didn't work at all. This is pretty much just looking at it and saying like I had all these dashboards with these lovely figures, but they didn't come out. Don't know why. But pretty much that's just around like it will grow. If you spend time on Google, it absolutely will grow. I can see the question. Alice is saying it doesn't matter what I do. I put a tile in front of someone, email frequently, please review with the link. I get no reviews, but the ones I get are absolutely okay. Maybe we have to incentivize. I was speaking with a beautiful client yesterday. They had a fabulous pub. And we're going to try on a quiet night at the pub to pretty much say, hey, when you take the food away and you say, how was it? And they say, oh my God, that was the best beef Wellington I've ever tasted. To actually literally, I have so many Google, I have all the things, to literally go, can you do a review? And I'll give you a glass of wine. Free. They'll do it. You can do it to get a discount. You can do it to actually get them a free widget. You can give it like maybe incentivize is the thing. Okay, but we're going to go through incentivize as well. Okay, so this is just, yeah, so as I said, it was about setting up the details, building the trust, and then analyzing the performance, okay? And then when we want to look at some tactics to actually do it more about, so the first thing is obviously setting it up. Second thing is to update it, okay? And again, we're going to show you through all this. But the next thing is like, how do you get better at this? So this is about like, where can you put it? So for example, I bought these. So it's, can you see their little A-frame hard plastic device. And I'm trying to get the light. The light's not working. I'm just going to turn off the light for a minute. Windows right now. So pretty much it says, I'd love a Google review. And so on this device, and this is called a review boost card. So reviewboostcard.com. Now I can either like physically tap my phone on it and it will actually take it through. See, it's just right straight away. It's taking me through to my Google review, or I can scan that QR code and it will take me straight to the Google page to do a Google review. Okay, so super, super easy to do. I also have it as a photo on my phone. I also, for a long time there, I had it as a screensaver on my phone. I definitely encourage people to put it on their receipt, to put, like if you're actually in an establishment where you've got like a bill, you present the bill, to actually put it inside, the bill folder or on the little tray or whatever. And again, actually saying, yeah, Apple device and not that. Sorry, I'm just looking at Samantha who said, some people are using, what about people who are using an Apple device? When I try collecting their review, many times they're not logged into Google. Yes. It totally happens and it is so painful. I'm a Google native, so I have Gmail, I use all the Google suite. Yes, you will not get some reviews because people will be like, oh, I can't remember my login. So sadly, it's a fact. So the other thing that I would do is just actually, if that doesn't work, I would just say, great, no problem. How about LinkedIn? Or how about you just email me? Or how about, I would still get their words in any way I can. Or I would go, I've done this before, which is super cheeky, but I will just, I've actually gone, how about we do a quick video? And I've literally got out my phone and pressed record and just put the phone beside my head and gone, tell me how it's today. What did you do? And what did you love? And would you recommend this to other people? Amazing. Stop recording. And then I transcribed it. I put those into words. I've used it on my website. I've used the video on social. So any way you can get it, grab it. Jenna, what if you have a TripAdvisor account? How do you decide which platform to encourage to increase reviews? Great question. Okay. Google, we definitely want to get like our Google profile, above 100. We definitely want to do that. Once we've got a certain amount of Google, it pretty much, I think if you've got a TripAdvisor account and your business is, in hospitality, and so you want those reviews, then 100% just go with where you think most people will find your business. So, for example, if you only get business off LinkedIn, then I would say use LinkedIn. But I do think that Google, in terms of SEO and finding your business, I would definitely try to get some on your Google business profile. And again, it could be that you ask your customers. So Jenna, if you are having people come and stay at your visit your premises from a hospitality point of view, maybe TripAdvisor, versus maybe some people who eat, you might ask them to do a Google review. So you could actually just have a few different places. Where is a good place to create a custom QR code? Great question. Okay, so there's something called qrcodecreator.com. Easy. I do most of mine inside Canva. So Canva has excellent QR code generating tools. The other one that I love is, you know how you can do a bit.ly link, so bit.ly, bit.ly link. And a bit.ly link is where if I have got like a big long link, blah, 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 Google /XYZ12345, and then I can create a really short link that is like bit.ly /123, or something like that. So if you go to bit.ly and you put in a link, and it can be your Google business profile link, it could be your TripAdvisor link, it could be something that a gift that you're giving them as a Google, like on your Google Drive, it could be in a Dropbox, it could be anywhere, any link, and you go to bit.ly, and then so on bit.ly you can copy that link and you paste it, and then bit.ly will give you two things. It will give you a short link, so tiny little link, and it will do a QR code for you. And then pretty much then that QR code, amazing. Also, I have got a heap of, I'm just looking for my business card. I've on Vistaprint. So Vistaprint have all these templates, and one of the templates is actually a business card with QR codes on it. So this is my business card, and so again, this is a template. And so I just made a business card and I put QR codes. And again, on this format, you just type in the link that you want it to go to, and then it will create the QR codes for you. So I hope that helps, Liana. There's heaps of places. So QR code creator, Canva, bit.ly, and then even something like Vista. Okay, Jackson. As we aim for 5-star reviews, I'm asking everyone to leave a review would invite more 4-star reviewers. Isn't asking everyone to leave a review would invite more 4-star reviewers? How to get more 5-star reviews? Okay. These are exactly my words. Exactly my words. I go, so for example, if you were coming to this session and you were sitting in front of me and I would say, did you learn some stuff about your Google business page? And you go, yeah, that's great. I go, amazing. These are my words. I say, I want to help more small business owners like you. And I'm a small business owner as well. Could you take 3 seconds and just click this link and hit 5 stars? That way, it allows me to help more people. Now, when we look at my Google business profile, I only have 5-star reviews. One, I think because I asked them explicitly, can you hit this link and hit 5 stars? I believe that maybe if you thought I was only worth 3 stars and I asked you to hit the link and hit 5 stars, but you thought I was a 3-star, you just don't do it. Maybe. But I'm happy. I'm happy that I've got only 5-star review. So when you ask people to do a review, ask them to hit the link. So can you please click this link and hit 5 stars? Now, in saying that, full disclosure, I'm a consultant, and so I'm not asking everybody who's bought a drink off me or had my chicken schnitzel or, whatever. I do think that hospitality-based venues, it is so hard, and you have staff and you have factors that mean that maybe things run late or get changed or, whatever. So full disclosure, I do feel like it is really, really hard to ask every single person that walks in and orders food or drink to give you 5 stars. But I think in a professional capacity, you absolutely can ask people for 5 stars. Okay. Do customers have to log into their own account to write a review? Yes, they have to have a Gmail account. They have to have a Gmail account to leave you a Google review. Do they need to log into their account? I don't believe so. As long as they have Google or their Gmail account sitting on their phone, they don't have to log in. Jackson, okay. Most of the customer interaction will be via email. Yes, then say via email. I do this all the time, Jackson. So I literally go, that's exactly the words that I write. I go, I want to help more business owners just like you. If you found this helpful, could I ask a favor? Could you take 2 seconds and hit this link and click 5 stars? That will help me help more business owners. And I'll just put the link and it's done. Okay. Amy Louise, I run an online and telehealth therapy business and it's an imbalance of power. So reviews are difficult to ask for. Happy to ask referrals. Yes. Anything that's online, you can ask for a review. As a rule, we might have to ask customers like 3 or 4 or 5 times because people get busy, lazy, forgetful. They open it up and then their phone rings. I guess within some industries, obviously we've got privacy, so a lot of the health-based services, sometimes you can't ask the customer for a review. If you're in a discipline that so for example, I worked with a injectables clinic, so Botox and whatever, and no one wanted to leave them a review because no one wanted to admit they had work done, which I thought was really funny. So they're not leaving reviews. So what we did is instead we created a quick form so they could actually just write their feedback. So then we could have the reviews. They weren't Google reviews, but then we uploaded all the Google reviews as kind of updates, and so we still got the words in there. We didn't get like the 300 people gave you a 5-star, but it still allowed people to actually look through and get a feeling on what that was. And we just said for privacy reasons, we can't have people giving us Google reviews. So that's another way to do it. What do they do if they don't have Gmail? Yeah, if they don't have Gmail, they can't leave a Google review. So if they don't have Gmail, I would have I'd be ready to actually go, could you leave a LinkedIn review? Could you leave a product reviews.com review? Could you leave a TripAdvisor? So if anyone says that they can't, or you could just say, no problem, could I just record your words? Could I just record as in the audio of you telling me what the service was like? I would just get anything I can to ask them for their review. Okay. Okay, we've done that. So let's keep going. And then again, exactly. So then if you are, so like Jackson, in terms of email, so you might have email 1 on day 1 say, how was your experience? We'd love your feedback. And then day 3, go, share your thoughts and help others find us. And then day 5, you go, did you enjoy your visit? Rate us on Google. As I said, these are quite generic. I'm very descriptive. So did you get value out of this training? And then I make it really personal. I'm a small business just like you, and we survive on having great reviews from our customers. Could I ask you to take 2 seconds and hit 5 stars for me? And again, I would send that email, and then on day 3, I would go, hey, I know you're busy. Really love if you could just take those 2 seconds to hit this link, hit 5 stars. You'll be out of there in 2 seconds. And then the SMS, I'd go, hey, Jackson, don't want to be a pest, but Google reviews mean the world to me. Could you just take the 2 seconds and hit 5 stars? And then maybe or I'd say, hey, Jackson, I've actually got this thing, a checklist on how to create a great Google business profile. if you can hit 5 stars on Google, I'm happy to give you the link for this. It's usually $100. So I would start looking at what could you give them. And so that might be in real time. So at the restaurant, we were talking about whether that was a glass of wine, it was a bowl of chips, it was a free scoop of ice cream, like if you could give something in real time, or if it is digital, it could be a download or something else that they can actually grab. Great. Okay, just in time. Wow, where are we? Photos. Customer photos. Great. We love customers. They're great. They're taking great photos for us. So encourage customers to take questions. Social sharing. You can do like, here's like, do you like Jill's photo or Tony's photo? You can have photo contests, and you definitely need to teach your staff to take photos. I was working with a cafe, and we decided for one shift, not on a Saturday, that was a very busy day, but on a Thursday morning, it wasn't too busy. And so they actually had a staff member, and they said, okay, for the next 2 hours, what I want you to do is actually just photograph all the food that's coming out of the kitchen. I don't want you to wait tables or clean tables or do anything. I just want you, with this phone that I'm giving you, which is the spare phone that they had, I just want you to take photos. That's all I want you to do. And so it allowed them to get a whole library of photos by one of their staff members. So, teach your staff to actually grab those photos. So, as I said, it's about really asking. So identify the moment. So wait for the sign the customer is like happy before you ask. If a customer is not happy, don't ask. Do not send an unhappy customer to your Google page. Be specific. So would you mind sharing what you enjoyed about your haircut today? What did you love about this Google training? What did you love about the Beef Wellington? What did you love about this space? What did you love about? So if you ask something really specific, then you can do it. So Michelle's saying photos including the QR code. So the QR code we're just using everywhere. The photos are for us to upload onto our Google Business Profile. Make it easy. So as I said, if you're like, can you search for me on Google, and then can you find me, and then can you and it's like, wow, that's so hard. So when you have the code, the link or the QR code, or it goes straight to the page where it just says hit 5 stars. Like it's literally got Therese, and it's got 5 stars that are uncolored, and you can just hit the 5 stars, and then it has a box. So make it as easy as possible. And then thank your customer. So you respond to reviews really quickly, thank them for doing it. If they took the time to do it for you. I always actually say to a lot of my business customers, hey, I love a review from you, but also I'd love to do it for you. So if you could hit my Google page and actually hit 5 stars, then send over your Google Business link, and I'll hit 5 stars too. So Jessica's asking, is it necessary to respond thoughtfully on the profile or just thank in person when next visiting? Both. If you have the ability to, so definitely 100% we need to reply on Google, 100%, because Google is watching and is actually helping us to get better and prioritizes our profile when we thank our customers. So we definitely need to thank online. But if you have some ability that, like with somebody in your staff or whatever, that you can go, Therese left a review, and then in your CRM or your booking system, if you're a hairdresser or, whatever, that actually you can put in, Therese left a 5-star review. So then when the next time I walk in, that you go, oh, hey, thank you so much for leaving that review. We loved it, and it really means the world to us. So I really wanted to thank you. Oh my God, they will think that you are a rock star. So thank them a million times. Thank them in any way, shape, or form, because do you know what happy customers do? Then you could say, when they've done a Google review, you could say, oh, I'm trying to get my LinkedIn numbers up. Any chance you could do a LinkedIn recommendation for me? And if they've already given you 5 stars on Google, they'll probably give you a LinkedIn one as well. Okay, so ask. And then we want to magnify it. So we definitely want to have our Google business reviews on our website. Amazing. One little API. Most websites have already got it integrated in it. If you have a Shopify, if you have a WordPress, if you have a Wix site, so you can get all your reviews on your website. I definitely use them in brochures, in pitch packs, in presentations, in like PowerPoints. 100% I would use them on social media. I would use them on your sales pages. So obviously we can just copy and paste and get that all. Yes, great. And Mona's actually just 2 hours and okay. So I've actually done like this whole cheat sheet for you with everything, and Mona's just uploaded it for you if you want to grab it. And here's just a couple of kind of lesson on hacks. So definitely we need to add frequently asked questions into your reviews. So, and your frequently asked questions can just be about you promoting your service. Do I really need, are partnerships really important to my business? Yes, partnerships can do blah, 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 blah. So use the Q&A feature on your Google Business Profile to just promote the work that you do. Okay, you can answer, you can do the questions and the answers. Your business attributes. Think about some search terms that aren't as well used. And so you could have, you know, women-owned business, you could have local business, you could have, you know, supporting, you know, female entrepreneurs, you could have whatever, but put a heap of things in it. Google Posts. So your Google Posts, you really need to publish weekly. And really, they do expire after 7 days. I have seen them last longer, and the photos can be added to your gallery. But as a rule, we want to update our Google Business Profile every week. And when we do an update, we want that update to show up, okay? And then we want to add every service with descriptions and prices for keyword relevance, okay? So again, so we want to, because why we want to do this, we want to dominate local search. So when somebody says espresso martini near me, I want them to come to my bar. We want to showcase, excellent, you've got great customers that love what you do. Show everybody and then take them and put them everywhere. Generate as many reviews as you can in any way you can with all your forms of communication, and then optimize your profile with the different hacks and features. Okay, so I'm going to go off script. Before I do, because we've got 14 minutes, I was thinking whether we all wanted to actually trade Google reviews. So in the chat, if you feel like you want to put Google Business Review in there, I'm happy to go and give everyone, you know, some 5 stars. This is mine on the right in the green. You'd love to do it for me. I'm so happy to do it back for you. Also, in terms of the Digital Solutions Program, if you want to meet with me one-on-one, then there is 2 codes here. This one on the black, if you are not registered for the program, so if you just come to this today and you're not registered with the program, you will need to register for the program. So the one in black that says Scan Me is where you need to register for the Digital Solutions Program. And the one on the right is when you are registered with me, then to book a time with me, you use the one on right. Mona is also putting, God love her, the links in here, so you can register with the program and then you can find a time with me. Okay, all right. So great, and I'm loving. So we've got here's the appointments, and then we've got Allison's put hers in. Great, so I'm definitely doing that. Okay, so I'm just going to close this down. Okay, so very, very quickly, when we go to Google, so we just go to google.com/business, but then once we get there, it actually defaults to business.google.com and it goes to business profile. And pretty much you just go like get started. Now, if you want to, this is where you can actually log in and into your account. So you can log in here. Otherwise, when you get started, it will just take you step by step through all the steps. As I said, it might ask you to do weird things like take a photo of the street sign. You don't know if you have a Google Business Profile. How can I check? Excellent question. I'll show you that. But also on this page, it's actually got some tips. It shows you how to do it. There's some videos. There's all this good stuff. So, so first claim it, then personalize, then manage. You can start now. Your questions answered, and so you can get like all the stuff here. So Google Ads, business profile. So if you go to business profile, it actually shows you. And then again, you can go retail. So what makes your store special? It will actually go step by step to show your products in store, more ways to shop. So in-store shopping, curbside pickup, delivery, connect with customers. And then so it shows you retail. It shows you services. So if you are like a plumber, then again, you can have a button called request a quote. So highlight your services. So installing air conditioning, repairing air conditioning, standout credentials. So 3 years in business, all this kind of thing. So it's actually showing you on it and in his restaurant. So again, you can reserve a table, all this type of thing. So there's kind of 3 main profiles. You can kind of have a retail, a service, or a restaurant profile. And again, it allows you to highlight different information that you have. It also allows you to share your best dishes and your menu, which I'm going to show you. And accept online food orders with Google, so you can actually do that as well and let your customers make a reservation. Okay. So when we look at, and so just quickly, so Michelle's booked a time, amazing. Jamal's put his link in, amazing. So Katrina, I'm going to show you where you find it. Alison, do you have to post weekly or can you schedule a post weekly? You really have to post weekly. And what I do is I just put a reminder on my calendar at like Wednesday at 3:50. And then it goes off and I just take any post that I've done in the last 7 days on my social profile and I post it on Google. So how to find it, Karina, is if you have just a Gmail account, okay, and so you can go to, your Gmail account. So this is my Gmail account. And then when you hit Google Apps, so if you just go to Gmail and go to Google Apps and you can see these like 9 little buttons, and then you actually hit Google Profile Manager. So if you have that and you hit it, it will actually show you your Google business profile. So for example, this is my Google business profile. And so very, very quickly you can edit it and do things. If you hit that and it doesn't have it, it'll prompt you to create one. Okay. So when we're here, just super quickly, I can edit my profile. And so when we edit our profile, that is going to be my time. So again, with your name, I would actually put the best class is where, so for example, I went Teresa's hair, Hunter's Hill, specializing in red hair. I don't know, something like that. So you can have a really long business name. So clearly my business name, I've got Therese, talent and keynote speaker, the brand matchmaker, author of Marketing Without Money. So I made it as long as possible. Then your category. You can have heaps of categories. So you can add as many categories as you like. And I would definitely do it. So then just, so I don't know if it's got motivational, speaker, no. So it might be trainer. No, and I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a women's trainer. No, not any of those things. So find some of the things that you can actually put in there, okay? Then the description, I put as many as you can. You can do 750 to 1,000 words in your description. Add an opening date if you want to. That just says, that allows you to say, I am, been in business for 20 years. Okay, so Liana, how do you get your service area? So I'm a virtual business, no office location, but I'm a mortgage broker. I thought having a service area near you, I live in Sydney, would be best. Do you agree? Okay, so yes, so just quickly show you. So here's our phone number. I can add a chat. I can add my website. I can add some social profiles. I can add business locations. So this is where I put, again, I had to verify to put my home address in there, but once I'm verified, I can take out my address. but then I can put my location. So I can put my location if I want to, but I actually choose to just have service areas, and I just put every area in Australia. Then I've got my business hours. I've got any special hours, like if I was closed over Easter. I can add more things, add more hours. So I can say, take away, blah, blah, blah. From the business, I identify as women-owned. So I can add as many all these things as I want in my about section. Okay. And then I can read my reviews. So that's when I actually, pick up all the reviews. And so then it actually, so 5 minutes ago. Thank you, Sarah. So this is great. So you can see, and very quickly I can read that whole review, and I can hit reply, and you can see I've replied to every one of them. And to get more reviews, I would click on this button. And when I click on this button, it says give customers a link to review your business. So I can email this link. I can WhatsApp this link. I can Facebook this link. I can also just copy, and I've now copied this link if I want to use it in a different way. I can also right click and I can save this QR code. So what you were saying about how do I get the QR code? There's a QR code here for you to use. So you can just copy that and paste it as well. So that would be the thing. So how I get that is I can read my reviews, and then I can also ask for reviews. That button, ask for reviews, brings up exactly the same thing that we just saw. Also, I can look at my performance, I can advertise, I can edit my products, I can edit my services, I can accept bookings. Here's my Q&A where I can actually almost have essentially blogs. If I actually had the blog heading as a question with a question mark, I could actually put my whole blog in there, and that would be the answer. I can add an update. Okay, depending on whether you are a restaurant or anything, then you can add an update, add an offer, add an event. So if I add an update, I can put an image or a video here. I can put a description, and then my button is I can book, order online, buy, learn more, sign up, call now. These buttons are because I'm a service offering. If a professional service, if I was a restaurant, I would have different buttons. So depending on what you classify yourself as, it allows you to have different buttons. Okay, so there's an update. As I said, I can also offer, put an offer. So I could say there's 10% off from, this date to this date. Okay, and again, I can put a video or a title or anything. And so cancel. No, okay. And then the last update I can do is actually around an event. So if I was doing training, or if I was doing in something, I can put my event, a start date, start time, end time, my event details, and again, I can have a button. And then I would definitely say like photos, heaps of photos. You can have up to 100 photos. You can view all your photos. You can add photos. You can add your logo. You can add as many as you want, and you can have a cover photo. So you can change your cover. As you can see, I've put pictures up with just pictures. I've put pictures up with text. I've put events. I've put testimonials. I've put lots of like courses that I've done. I've left logos of customers. I've done podcasts that I've been on. There's my book cover. So as many photos as you like, as many as you like. And they are the main thing. So I just want to make sure that I answer all your questions. And I'm just quickly showing you one more thing, which is if I just went Paddington pubs with food, and for example, if I look at the Paddington, then I can see there's 474 photos, which is excellent. And I can see they've got order collection, order delivery website. But here's what I wanted to show you. In menu, they've actually not just put a photo, they have updated, they've written their whole menu into this form. Why would we do that? Because if someone goes, I really feel like lobster spring rolls, then it will bring this up. So this is where if you have anything that has a menu of such, then put it, actually don't just put photos, actually write it in, because this is going to be the best SEO that you will do. Perfect. Okay, I just want to quickly, so we've got Google page, great. I'm just clicking, I'm just opening these as we speak so I can make sure I do all these reviews. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I have two businesses, so it keeps reverting to the initial one. I've gone into my Gmail but can't find the Google Profile Manager. Should I be an admin console rather than Gmail? As in the Google Workspace admin console. Yeah, if you've got more than one, you might need to go to that console and actually look through and find yours for sure. And you can flip between the two. With 1 minute to go, I had a beautiful, as I said, this beautiful pub that I was speaking with yesterday. And they said, Therese, can I have it on my phone? And I was like, actually, that's a really good question. So thanks to the powers that be, if you go to Google Maps, and on Google Maps, you actually press your little round circle of your profile, and then it says your business profile. So all I've done is I've gone to the Google Maps. So the Google Maps app, press the right button, Google Maps app. So it just comes up with Google Maps. And then in the top right-hand corner, I've got, it identifies me, my Google account. And then the third one down, it says your business profile. And if I go to my business profile, it brings up my profile. And then I can do updates, I can add photos, I can share it. So cool. Because they did have a Google Business app and then it went. And so I was like, how do we do this? So it's in Google Maps. Okay. So now you have no excuse. If you're doing a social media post on Instagram, you can now just open Google Maps and type the same thing as an update into your Google Business profile. Okay. It is 2:00. I absolutely respect your time. I would love to meet with any of you that want to do it. So I am just going to copy this and I'm going to paste mine in. This is my page. Love, 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 love. If you could leave a review, a 5-star review. But please, if you want to meet with me one-on-one and we can actually go through your business and work out what you need to do and how you do it, please, please reach out. I would love to work with you. And yeah, as I said, I hope everybody is actually opening up. You can see you're on the other page, but I am opening up all of these and I'm hitting every review. So for Michelle, for everybody, it's going to get, so Suman, Jamal, we've got Suppling Minds, very good. We've got Alison. So everybody gets a 5-star review from me. Please, for everybody else on this call, it's so hard. It's so hard. If you can actually get one, that would be great. Just those ones as well. So everybody help each other. If everybody on this call just help, there's 27 of us on this call. Imagine if you could get 27 5-star reviews today to your profile. How good would that be? It's really easy. We're all small businesses. We're all having the best go we can. Just help another small business today and actually just give them a 5-star review. Is this unethical? I'll just quickly say this. I'm not going to actually write, I had the best beef Wellington ever, because I haven't actually had your beef Wellington. I don't know what it's like. But I can definitely just hit 5 stars for you. And because I don't know your service, but I'm very happy to hit 5 stars. So I don't think it's being unethical by hitting 5 stars. If I was being untruthful and saying I had the best espresso martini ever, but I've never actually been to your venue, then is that a bit misleading? Maybe. But just hitting 5 stars is just helping all of you. So thank you for your time. I know we're a couple of minutes over, but I hope all of you are quickly hitting all of these Google pages. Oh, Mary, you just got in. Okay, I'm copying that one as well. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye. Oh, did you? Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Did you learn something? I hope so. Maybe tell me in the review what you learned. That would be great. Yeah, do that. But yeah, if you could just take a second of your time and just hit it, that would be great. We all need more reviews. Please help each other. 27 reviews from 27 other people or 26 other people. So great. I really appreciate you doing this. All right, you can all leave. I'm gonna just stick around in case anybody is gonna just last minute putting their link in, and I've got now I think I have about 10 tabs open. I'm going to go through everything with you and hit all these links and hit them all 5 stars. So yes, and so Suman wants reviews. Everybody wants reviews. Everybody gets reviews. So hopefully I'll have 10 reviews from you guys too. So yeah, if you can help me out, that would be fantastic. I could be a couple more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I'm just stopping sharing. Yeah, fantastic. So good. Yes, reviews. Everyone wants reviews. Done. Amazing. So just keep asking people. All right, I think you're all, so I'm just going to make sure I've got all these beautiful reviews hitting 5 stars and going from there. So I'm going to keep this open in case everybody does it, but you all can absolutely leave. I don't seem to exist on Google Maps. Oh, Katrina. So maybe you need to set one up. Okay. All right. I'm just leaving this chat so I can quickly, so I'm hitting money habits, 5 stars, post. Now I'm hitting karate, 5 stars, post. But now I've got Sapling Mines, post. And now I've got Tax Store Condell Park, post. Memory Blocks East Garden, that is not a Google post. Energy and Soul Balance with Michelle, post. That's not a Google post. Wellbeing. No, that's a website. We need Google. No way to do that. No, we have no Google post there. Love Tango. Oh, why don't you all have Google? Okay, all right. Thank you, Mona. And yes, you will get the recording. 5 stars. Giving you 5 stars. Thank you, Sue. All right, take care, guys. See you. Bye.